Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wild splendor. From shrouded Ophir, where dark creatures perform darker rites, to civilized lands like Argus and Zamar, where humans seek diversions, while their petty rulers wage endless war upon one another. The Stygian blackness of night encroaches from all sides, but some there are who stand against it. For revenge, for power, for bloodlust, or for principle. They bring their steel against this world. Throk of the wild barbarians, Afon of the Shadar-Kai, Daro the faceless one, and Raylan, the promised one, herald of Zelios. Against all they survey, these four will prevail. Or they will perish.
Hello and welcome to Shadows of Archonia, our weekly 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live stream. I am Steve Boshear, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this evening. Let's hear from our players.
I am Joshua, and I'm normally playing Throck.
I'm Carolynn, and I play Afon.
Alan's not here. Not feeling well, I guess. I'm Matt, and I normally play Daro.
I'm Eric, and I am playing Rama Khan. Dead.
Yeah. Matt, your character's updated.
Thank you, sir.
You can reload that. Sorry, bending down, dropped stuff. So, if you watch the show on a regular basis, hi Canuck, you may notice that someone's missing tonight. And that someone is Alan. Alan unfortunately fell ill and cannot join us tonight. If you were all caught up to episode 50, you're probably wondering, how are we going to continue this story without Zelios right now? The answer is, we're not. Instead, we have put together a one-shot wherein all of our players are going to play Shadar-Kai. This is an Afon's backstory one-shot. I will let you know the title of it sometime before it goes up on YouTube. And let's go ahead and we'll go around the player circle again. And why don't you guys introduce who your characters are for this week?
So my character is Hadrin. I frequently mispronounce my name, but yeah, it's Kadrin. And the what's in the what's.
Yeah, what is he?
The what's, of course, Shadar-Kai, and sorcerer.
All right.
Like basically not Throck.
The opposite of Throck.
Almost. If he were a wizard, he'd be the opposite.
Fair. Carolynn, I'm still playing Afon because this is my story.
Matt, and I'm playing Hutan, Shadar-Kai fighter.
And I'm Eric, playing Albrecht, Shadar-Kai Cleric, level 1.
All right. So I filled Alan's hole with the old picture of Avon because this is level 1. So, I should do the credits real quick. I didn't do that. It's that kind of night. If you've watched our show before, you're aware that we usually make heavy use of this book, the Dark Arts Player's Companion. It is a fantastic third-party 5th edition supplement that has new races, new subclasses for every class in the game, new spells, new monsters. It's all dark, it's all twisted and unpleasant. It's in the name, Dark Arts Player's Companion. Normally, most of our player characters are built using stuff from this book. Tonight, not so much. Only Avon is using it for a subclass. However, everybody is using the version of the Shadar-Kai race that is in this book. Standard 5th edition Shadar-Kai are descended from elves. In our world, that is not the case. They are descended from humans because elves aren't really around. So, yeah, there's a little spoiler for everyone. Not really.
They're not around anymore.
That's the spoiler. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we know that. We've kind of established it in story.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but if
but
anybody
someone's
were
watching
to
just the
skip
one-shot.
right to the one shot, then that would be the spoiler.
Oh.
Yeah. Matt, this is your first one shot with us. Normally, when we do a one shot, it's because Matt is gone.
Haha,
Unless-
I'm not to blame this time.
Unless
Yeah.
you count Christmas.
That's right. No, you're right. Christmas.
Mhm.
So that's the book. If you saw the intro that we ran at the beginning, you heard music by J-Man at OurMusicBox. That's his YouTube channel, OurMusicBox. Check that out, where you can get thousands of free music tracks that he's composed and released for the creative community to use for the price of simply crediting him. He does have a Patreon and the little tip bucket or whatever they call it on YouTube. But it's all voluntary. He is just someone who believes in art being free and paying for it if you value it. So please go do that because his songs are awesome and there's one for every occasion. We have now played it approximately 51 times, a little more, because we use it in the one-shots as well. Yeah, and that's not counting the fact that we also play it over the about to start screen and over the break screen. Oh wow, Tiny Eric.
Tiny Eric in Yosemite.
Yeah. All right.
Is that what it looked like?
Yeah. The voiceover in that intro was by Alexander George M.S. He's a friend of the show that we know from Discord, and that's it. The artwork was by myself. I am a digital 3D character artist. I specialize in bringing to life your characters from your D&D games and other tabletop RPGs. If you are interested in seeing your characters or your party rendered in my style, hit me up. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits. And I am on ArtStation under my actual name, Steve Boshear, which you can see under me right here on the screen. So, that's it for our credits, except the Discord one. Come join our Discord. You can talk to all of us over there. You can find a link for it below this video, whether you are watching on Twitch or YouTube. We have it in the description and the notes. So come join us, talk to us, and hopefully next week we'll be back with our regular campaign. But for tonight, you are all in the Shadowfell. I'm getting sorry, just to interrupt for a second, I'm getting a lot of hiss from someone. If you guys, yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind, maybe stay muted unless you're going to speak. That might be
I'm gonna mute mine. Tell me if it helps.
Okay. No. Well,
It
yeah,
helped.
it helped a little.
Probably me. Hold on,
I think it was Matt.
Really?
The bulk of it was Matt, I think.
I'm gonna try muting mine. Tell me if it changes.
Nothing changed.
Nothing.
No, I couldn't hear a difference at all.
Okey doke.
All right.
Well, it wasn't me then.
Okay. So you are all in the Shadowfell. It is your home. Every one of you was born and raised here. None of you have been anywhere else. The Shadowfell is the domain of the dead. It is a dark and shadowy reflection of the mortal plane. Imagine holding up a piece of dull black glass and looking in the reflection. That is essentially what the Shadowfell is to the human world. Everything here is a twisted, corrupt version of something from the human realm. Though, of course, to you, the opposite is true, because this is home. This is where the Queen lives, the Raven Queen, under whom all Shadar-Kai serve as members of the clergy, as soldiers, as simple citizens of her domain. Every one of you is pledged to her will. The Shadowfell itself is oppressive emotionally. Simply being in it is something like having a wet blanket thrown over your feelings. It is not just that it's dark, and not just that the sun never comes up, but it's really, even if someone were to bring a light here, even if the sun were to come up and shine brightly and illuminate everything, it would still be the Shadowfell. Things that ought to be alive would still be rotting. Things that ought to be dead would still be walking. Things that are unpleasant would still be the norm. Where you guys live, it is the Raven Queen's capital city. You don't have a name for the city because it's the only one anywhere near you. Nobody, for the most part, has ever been to another city, so it is just the city. The centerpiece of the city is the temple. The temple is where Shadar-Kai conduct their religious ceremonies and worship the Raven Queen. Even though she is physically present on the plane and it's theoretically possible to simply walk over and see her, nobody does that because she's the goddess. Instead, the Shadar-Kai worship her the same way anyone worships their goddess, at the temple. You all know her tenets are to oppose undeath and to guard the passage between the life and the afterlife. You all at this time have been summoned by the High Priestess Helena. No one is closer to the Queen herself than Priestess Helena. You were all strangers prior to this, out about doing your business. Maybe you were in the city guard. Yeah, stop it, you. Maybe you were at the academy learning your magical skills. Maybe you were serving right here in the temple. Or maybe you were hiding in the dead forest, trying to keep away from those who you find unpleasant, which is most people. Regardless, you have all been summoned. And as you enter the main audience chamber of the temple, Priestess Helena greets you alone. She passes her eyes over you, looks at you carefully, and says, "There is a summons. Those of the human world who are intelligent enough to follow the Queen are calling for one of us to come and aid them. Moreover, the Queen has ordained that we send someone. She has plans of her own for whoever it is that goes. But in order to make sure that we send the correct person, she has asked that we send you all on a mission. Yes, what is it?
I am your correct person, my lady.
Ah. We will judge that based on your performance in the coming trials. For you see, something has happened on the mortal plane. Some sort of twisted, malign entity has come into being there. And undeath is again beginning to rise where mortals walk. You may not find this strange. You have all spent your lives here in the Shadowfell. And outside the gates of the city, many of the dead walk. But that is meant to be a battle for us alone. The humans are not supposed to have to see that. And yet they are. We have scryed upon the mortal plane, and we have seen zombies and skeletons and ghouls rising from their graves. Mere isolated incidents thus far. Very few of them have even come into contact with any humans before collapsing again. But something is going on there. They are looking for someone. And it will be up to us to find out who.
You said it would be up to us what? I didn't hear that.
To find out who.
And then Albrecht bows and says, "I'm at your service, my priestess."
Well,
I'm at your service better, priestess.
yes, I understand. You four have been chosen, Houton of the city guard, Albrecht of the temple, Caudron of the academy, and Avon of whatever. It was not me that chose you. We cast the bones, and the bones decided. But since we are sending you to the mortal world to do battle against the forces of undeath, wherever they may be, it is only fitting that your mission here, your test, be of exactly that nature. There is, outside the city walls, a mass of undead creatures banding together in a manner that is uncommon. Zombies typically lack intelligence, but something seems to be directing them. They have been spotted 4 miles south of the gates in the eternal graveyard of the giants. It is perhaps fitting that this is where your test will take place, given the nature of your first mission in the mortal world. But for now, you need only know that your queen is displeased with what is going on there. You 4 go and do battle. Find the source of this undead conglomeration and put an end to it. If any of you return, we will pick from the survivors.
Right now?
Any questions?
When do we leave?
As soon as you finish your questions. What is it, Cowdron?
That's
Well,
not.
I was told that you were one who speaks his mind, and yet you are not.
Yeah, because I think I'd rather be, I don't know, doing anything else.
Oh, yes. Well, here's the thing. You can't.
Don't worry, I'll kill his half.
The bones have spoken. You must go.
Okay, well, I'll excel anyway, so let's go.
Any other questions? Then be gone.
Albert bows and says, "As you wish, my priestess."
Albrecht, you shall go far in the temple if you survive.
Thank you, my priestess. Your blessing is always important.
I have not given you a blessing. Be gone.
Wait, I do have a question. So it's who survives gets the quest.
You are not to harm one another. If all of you survive, all the better. But we will still have to judge who acquits themselves the best, or at least the most appropriately.
All right.
Thank you. We'll be great. I can tell.
Yes, you are almighty. That is why you were summoned, I assume. Now, be gone. I have other things to attend to.
All right.
Okay.
I'll
I'm
walk
gonna
there.
turn to the others and give them a once over, and start walking in the direction I'm supposed to go.
Okay. So yeah, the temple is the temple is like a full mile inside the city gates. The city is butted up against a cliff face to the north. So in order to leave it, you go to the south and exit the city that way, which conveniently is the direction you've been sent. About 4 miles away in the eternal graveyard of the giants is your prey. Is there anything you guys would like to do before you leave the city?
Albrecht wants to go and kneel down at like an altar and pray for a minute before he leaves.
Okay.
Pray to the Raven Queen for her blessing.
When you arrive, there is a raven perched upon the altar who does not fly away when you kneel. You take this as a very good omen.
Seeing him do that, Carolynn will make the torch that's nearest him to increase in flame, just with his alter normal fires cantrip there. Just make it a little. Give it a little extra flair.
What components does that spell have?
Let's see. Verbal and somatic. So.
Are you trying to hide that you're casting in order to make it seem as though his prayer is being answered?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, then go ahead and roll stealth.
Okay.
Against Albrecht's perception roll.
Great. This can't go wrong.
Actually, we'll take it against Albrecht's passive perception, since he's not looking around to be screwed with yet, I assume.
I rolled a 22. Dang it.
It's okay. I got a 3.
So either way, Albrecht, you definitely hear this guy cast a spell and make the torch get brighter. The torch, which, by the way, burns with a small, sickly-looking blue flame, which is how all fire is here.
He looks back and says, "Silly sorcerer." He shakes his head.
I give him a wink. Just trying to lift your spirits.
Blasphemy in the house of the Raven Queen. How dare you dishonor her?
Dishonor. Make a bigger show of power. I don't know, whatever,
We may need your trickery, but not in here.
Okay.
Cowden, as the raven, the raven that was on the altar when Albrecht knelt, it leaps into the air and flies out of the room right past you and craps on your shoulder as it goes past.
Often laughs to herself.
I'm clearly laughing out of character here. He just takes it in and says, "Whatever you'd like to do to me, I am yours."
Okay, Avon and Hutan, what are you guys up to while they're doing this nonsense?
So I leave the temple and I pull off, my great axe off my back. It's like this really ridiculously ornate, gothic-looking great axe that's like more show than function, but it still works.
Yeah, it's made out of forged human bone.
Yeah, exactly. And I just look for some firewood, a pile of firewood somewhere nearby, and chop one of the firewoods just to make sure the blades are sharp.
You find a log like this thick around, and you're able to split it with one blow. The ends fly apart.
Great. I feel confident with that. That's all the blessing I need.
Avon?
Avon walks up to the altar,
Okay.
as she does, and pulls a rat out of her pouch by the tail. And kind of looks at it, gives it a little head scratch, places it down on the altar, still holding it. and then pulls out one of her sickles and beheads it.
All right.
And after doing so, she kind of sticks her finger in the neck, wiggles it around a little to pull out some blood, and draws some symbols on the altar. And then she covers the rat with her hand and says, "I commend your soul to the queen," and turns and walks out.
Does Albrecht see this?
Yeah, you're aware that blood sacrifice is a thing that some people do in the temple. Whether you partake in it or not is up to you.
I didn't. That's what I was wondering. If is that normal for like somebody in the temple to do?
It's kind of like the old style of worship. It's like Vatican I, basically.
Vatican version 1.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks away as it's happening and gets up and walks out.
Often when you commend the rat, you feel a slight hum of power, just barely, like you might be imagining it. Just a little tickle of power in your hand as you cover the rat.
Should have used a bigger rat.
And then as you leave, a little fat, short temple functionary comes out of a back door on the side with a bucket and pushes the body of the rat into it and goes back muttering to himself.
Does the raven come back and crap on her shoulder too?
No. No, the Raven Queen is not so displeased with Oven.
Oh.
All right. So are you guys leaving the temple now?
Yeah.
Huton already did. Okay, so when you go outside, you see Huton not too far away, and it's pretty much a straight shot to the city gate if you want to get started right away. Or, you know, if anyone wants to go say goodbye to anyone or go to the market first.
I don't have anyone to say bye to. By the way, Huton looks pretty thin and lanky. He's like tall and lanky guy. And he definitely doesn't look strong enough to carry that axe. But seems to do fine.
Yeah. It's actually kind of commonplace for Shadar-Kai's body types to not match what they're physically capable of.
How far again, by the way? How far is this place we're going to? How far away is it?
From where you stand, 5 miles. From the city gates, 4 miles.
So it's not that far. We're not like journeying out.
No.
Crazy.
No, you could, depending on how much work it is, you could get there and back today.
If we happen to pass a vendor selling, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
I'll get one.
Okay.
A rat?
Yep.
All right. Well, you are able to purchase a rat.
Sweet. I put it in a bag and
I'm so curious as to how this is going to get used.
might not.
By the way, something's bugging me. It's not a big deal, but I want to point out, because this has never come up in all of our 50 episodes of our main campaign. There are no stars in Archonia. The sky at night is black. Even more so in the Shadowfell. So whatever it is that's behind Cowdrin there, it's from a distant dream he had.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's it. Rather be anywhere else, rather do anything else. Imagining.
Yeah. Anyway,
Sure, why not?
you're imagining a world where there's more than one sun.
Many millions of small suns.
So are you guys on your way out of the city then?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
You head out. The gates of the city are made out of the bones of giant creatures. Not humanoid, not giants, but creatures that were gigantic. Possibly dragons, possibly other things. The dead center of the gate, which is, it's actually wrought, like very thick bones that are banded around each other, almost like the handle of a wicker basket. That's what the gate looks like. But then at the top, in the center, there is the skull of a Tarrasque. That guards the gates to the city.
What's that?
A Tarrasque is the legendary world-destroying monster that that you don't want to meet. But this is the skull of the Tarrasque. There's theoretically only one of them in any given world. This one's dead.
Does Aldrich, can he see how old it is by looking at it? Can he tell?
You don't need to look at it. It's been there for centuries. You guys are well aware of the history of the city and the fact that that bone gate with the Tarrasque skull on it has been there since prehistory. It's been there since before the dawn of time as you know it.
As you guys catch up, I'm already standing there, like, looking at the skull, like, imagining how well I would be received in the temple if I had been the one to kill it.
Albrecht walks past and puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Someday, you might."
I hope I get the chance.
And then he keeps walking.
Outside the gates of the city, inside the city, things are dimly lit. Things are dark. Despite the fact that it is, by Shadowfell standards, broad daylight. Broad daylight here means the clouds above become a light gray. Kind of like what's behind Eric there in that image. That's daytime in the Shadowfell. Yeah. You can never really look up and see the sun. It's probably up there, but I don't know. It's morning, and you come out the gates. It's dark in a way that the city is not. In the city, there are torches, there are fires, there's artificial light, which it doesn't really make a dent in the darkness as much as it should, but it's there. Outside the city, there's none of that. It is like nighttime would be in the mortal world. Fortunately, as Shadar-Kai, you all have dark vision. So everything to you looks kind of black and white, shades of gray out here. The land, which around the city has some life to it. There's grass, there's the occasional flower or plant growing up. And nearby, off to the west and the east, there are forests. Here in front of you is a marsh. A dead, swampy, stinking bog. And that is the direction you have to travel in order to find the eternal graveyard of the giants.
Is this bog too big to go around?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, it is. You'd have to go miles and miles in the other direction. It's not impossible to stay to solid ground as you go, but it's going to be slow going.
Should have brought a boat.
Yeah.
Wait, how close are we to? Are we that far away from the city where we could like just turn around and go grab some, like grab a boat?
The water isn't really conducive to boats because it's more like large puddles, large.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Got
they don't connect enough that you could reliably get a boat through. And a lot of places, it's also not deep enough. The line between mud and open water is very gray, like everything here.
Got it.
So as you guys pass southward, it's kind of a pain. You get your boots stuck from time to time. Cowdrin, you're able to find quite a few interesting specimens of insect and moss that you haven't personally seen before. Nothing totally unique, but interesting. Everyone else is basically bored as hell.
It might take just a few of the little clippings and, you know.
All right.
I'm going to be swatting at every bug I see, even if it's on somebody.
The bugs here are not in the air. What they do is they suddenly burrow up from under the ground and pop out of bubbles in the mud and jump on you to bite. So
I'll be stomping on bubbles like a kid playing in puddles.
All right, you get bit a lot. You're gonna have lots of bug bites when you.
But I'm winning.
You are indeed winning. You've taken more from them than they have from you. That's true.
Isn't that losing?
I don't know.
That's very amusing.
Albrecht tries to stay on the dry parts as much as possible, jumping from dry patch to dry patch, so as not to get his robes dirty.
All right. So, when you reach a sort of, there's an area where the water kind of expands out on both sides, and the only way to pass is across a narrow strip of earth right down the middle that goes on for about 300 yards.
Wow.
When you reach this, all of a sudden there is motion in the water to the side. And out of the muck climbs this long-armed, claw-fingered, greenish-skinned old woman with ratty, wet, muddy hair and clothes made from what might well be human skin. And she turns to look at all four of you and says, "Ah, you wish to pass this way."
Yes.
You must not have heard that I, Larisha, have taken up residence here, along with my sisters.
That's fine. We're just going to go.
If you wish to pass, you must pay a toll.
Listen, it's a beautiful place that you have here. We could just skip the toll if you want.
As he's speaking, I want to cast guidance on him.
Okay. Does that come with a roll?
I don't think so. It is just a cantrip. No. It's a buff cantrip. So I actually come up behind him as he's speaking, and I touch his shoulder as I walk past him.
Okay.
And it just adds a D4 to an ability check.
Great. So, Cowdrin, I'm sorry, what was it you said to her?
Yeah, see, it's a lovely place. It's a beautiful place. I mean, really, I've I've been through here before. You know what? I think that I've paid the toll a little while back. Maybe you don't remember, but yeah, this is a great place. I'm ready to come back, and you know, I brought some friends. We're just gonna go. Yeah.
You have not paid the toll. No one who pays the toll returns with friends.
Is it because your smell?
And Ulrich interrupts to that and says, "What is the toll?"
There are 4 of you. By my math, 1 of you is the toll.
Oh, is it that guy? There's a 5th behind you. And if she looks, I'm just going to run across the bridge.
She doesn't look. She smiles at you like she gets the joke.
I'm going to run across the bridge anyway.
He's coming. Okay, let's roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
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 Oh, I need to grab my book. While I'm at it, I'll grab some minis. Give me a second.
This dice's heart is not in it tonight, y'all. Yeah.
You're just not used to your pretty high initiative stuff.
Wow. Okay. She said her and her sisters, right?
You did.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Steve, do we know from our knowledge what this creature is?
Yeah, that's a good. I have to wait till he's back, but yeah.
I think it sounds like a water egg to me, but I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing. It reminds. Have you ever played? Any played The Witcher 3?
Apologies, people. I did not have the setup ready, as so many things. You forget some things. All right. Eric, I heard you ask me a question, but I didn't hear what it was.
Do we know what this creature is from our experience, or are we?
Yeah.
Avon does.
Okay.
It's a hag.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, here's what we're doing. Avon, as usual. Cowdrin here. Albrecht. Houton. And over there's the hag.
Making a run for it.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. What is everyone's initiative?
Go in the same order we went before.
Forgot I was
Joshua.
I'll just ask in a circle. Joshua, what's your initiative?
Wait. Did you say me? 5.
Okay. Eric.
11.
Nice. Carolynn.
14.
And Matt.
8.
All right. Okay, well, the hag goes first.
Of course.
She sees you running at her, and she's going to point at you and cackle. You are weak and foolish. You shall not harm me. So go ahead and make a wisdom save.
Oh, great. My strongest attribute.
Yeah.
Oops, hold on. Still got with a -1, I still got 14.
Okay, so you passed your save, and her vicious mockery bounces right off your incredible willpower. It is now Avon's turn.
Can I counter a vicious mockery here?
Counter vicious mockery? Sure, you can yell something at her, but you don't have the cantrip.
Okay, well he's gonna yell back. And you smell like a rotten foot.
She snarls when you say that. Avon,
Actually,
it's your turn.
Right. Yeah. Avon's gonna sigh, roll her eyes, hold out her hand towards the hag, who now has her back turned towards Avon.
Wait, why does she have her back turned?
Never mind.
Nobody, yeah. She's
I
facing.
Yeah,
She's facing all of you. No,
Gotcha.
Initiative started as soon as you started running.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. All right, never mind. And yeah, she's just gonna. I don't want to use this yet, but fine. How far ahead of me is she, actually?
Oh, 50-ish, I think. Yeah.
Oh, heck. I can't
Maybe
actually do
55.
it.
55.
Oh, we lost the camera. Yeah, we lost the camera.
Oh, that's fun. I turned on the, whatchamacallit. There we go. Turn on the logo. All right, so 55.
All right. Well, then I guess I will use Ice Knife. So does 20 hit?
Yeah.
Great. So she's going to take 9 piercing,
Okay.
and then she needs to make a dex save.
Ooh, all right. She got a 15 on that.
Okay, so she passed that. So she just takes the 9 piercing.
Okay. All right, so noted. It's now Albrecht's turn.
Do we notice any other creatures? Because she mentioned sisters.
She did mention sisters, didn't she? You don't see any.
Yeah, she did.
Hmm. So we don't know what water hags are. Let me look here.
This is a green hag, but don't be looking it up.
I didn't. I just assumed a water hag because that's the only hag I've ever heard of.
Okay.
And it's circled by water. I don't know. So I want to, as Eyes of the Grave, I want to move up probably about 15 feet and then cast Eyes of the Grave. Just means, it's not casting, it just means I know the location of any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover, that isn't protected from divination magic until the end of my next turn.
You do not detect any undead.
Okay. And then that's it.
Okay. Nice turn. Huton, you're up.
My turn.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to continue running at her, and I'm going to raise my axe above my head and try to bring it down on her head.
You can just about get to her.
Which means, like, can.
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna like leap and scream and like make it overly dramatic. What's my plus? 15 to hit.
I gotta check on that. Let's see. That is a miss.
Wow.
So I scream and yell and jump and somehow like land the axe on the ground next to her.
Yeah.
He's got a
She laughs at you like you're a foolish child.
I can't see through that smell.
Love it. Okay, Carolynn.
Wait. I'll, as I start approaching, just move up about 30 feet. That's good. That's plenty. I mean, listen, I tried. These they're gonna get angry, so let's just get this over with. And points at the hag and does lacerate. Shoots out a couple of little slicey bolts.
Okay.
At her. One of them for 16 and other for 21.
Okay. The second one hits.
The second one hits. Okay. Let me make sure. Yeah, it is 16. Okay. So she takes just 3 points of necrotic damage.
She does not like that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So it's her turn again. She's going to... Ooh, interesting. She's going to go ahead and just claw at Huton. She gets an 8 to hit, so she's obviously off guard, off balance from your relentless mockery. But that's all she's got for now. Yeah. Avon, you're up.
Can you walk me up the full distance?
All the way to her? That would take a dash action.
Yeah, no, is my full distance,
Okay,
which is
right about there.
30. Yeah, and then that leaves how much?
That looks like 15 left. Yeah, 15 feet.
Well, yeah. All right. I guess I'm doing Thunder Wave.
You're doing what now?
Am I doing Thunder Wave? I can't actually see the board.
Oh, hold on. How's that?
That is fine. And unfortunately, Huton is definitely in the way. So I'm not doing Thunder Wave. I guess that is what I am doing for now.
Okay, just moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we haven't worked out our synergy yet.
You guys have just met. Albrecht, you're up.
He's gonna walk up next to Sorcerer. Forget his name.
Gowdrin.
And he's going to speak Raven, and he's casting Ward of Radiance on the hag.
Okay.
So Constitution saving throw.
I think she's going to fail that. She gets a 9.
She did fail. She will take 1d6. She will take 6 radiant damage.
Ooh, she hates it.
And he stares at her. And that's my turn.
When you cast this spell by speaking Raven, your voice comes out and squawks and caws. You hit her with it. And even as she shakes off the burning sensation, she looks back at you and makes kind of a sarcastic face, and then exactly imitates the sounds you just made in a mocking sort of sing-song voice. So, that's your turn. Houton, you're up.
I'm gonna pick my blade out of the earth and swing it at her.
All right.
Oh, it's even worse. Like a 13. Hit.
Yeah, you miss. So your axe just goes sailing right past her face as she kind of like leans back a little bit, just enough to let you miss her.
Mm. It's in my mouth. I could taste her stench.
She's just getting so angry right now. All right, Cowdron, you're up.
Seeing Houton missing a second time, say almost. You're just like really, really close. Maybe if you try there, and points at her again with lacerate one more time.
Okay.
I kind of really hope you miss.
Oh, but neither one of those hit, because I think the best is like a 12. So
She actually, as the spell energy comes towards her, it's like it resembles like razor blades made of blood shooting through the air. But as they approach her, she just kind of takes a hand and waves it. And even though they don't make contact with her hand, they behave as though she just pushed them aside, and they dissipate as they go off towards the water.
yeah, so not gonna just go step back about 10 feet. So, and that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's her again. Yeah, she's going to go ahead and claw at Houton again. 23 to hit.
That hits.
You're going to take... Just a moment. You're going to take some slashing damage. Oh, come on. I can't find all my dice. Oh, that one's in my hand already. You are going to take 11 slashing damage.
Jesus. I'm gonna make a face of pain, but then like wave away the smell. Like it's worse than the pain.
All right.
Just gonna keep rubbing it into her. That really hurt though.
She is unhappy with the fact that you are still on your feet. She's clearly hit you very hard, but you just won't go down. You guys are frustrating her. Like, you're not hurting her, but you're frustrating her. Avon, you're up. You're muted.
Avon's gonna step 5 feet forward gonna hold out her hand
Okay.
again and just say,
Wow.
"You slimy old lady," and blast her with a puff of poison spray.
Okay. Is that a con save?
Yeah, it is.
She got 14.
Then she passed.
Does she take any damage?
She takes no damage because my cantrips suck.
Yeah. Welcome back to level 1, everybody.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Okay. Albrecht, your turn. You have just witnessed this hag slap the shit out of Houton and shake off magical attacks from both Avon and Caldron. What are you going to do?
He's going to look at her again and say Queen this time, essentially finishing the second half of Raven Queen.
All right.
Word of Radiance again. He's casting Word of Radiance. So you get, sorry, you got to make a con save.
Oh, of course. Sorry. It's a failure with 6.
All right. Then she will be taking 1 radiant damage.
All right. Love it.
Doing the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Houton,
Feeling the burn.
what are you doing, Houton?
I'm gonna move to my right, her left, so I'm like at her side instead of in front of her. Kind of give the caster some room.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna. I forgot. It's been a while since I played a fighter.
Well, you have an axe or an axe?
Yeah, I also have second wind, and I just wanted to see if it was a bonus action. It is.
Yes, it is.
I am going to use it to heal myself.
Cool.
Exactly. 9 hit points.
Oh,
That
much as you took.
Helps
No, never mind.
tremendously, but if she gets another 11, that does not.
Okay. And what's your action?
Oh, I get an action too. I forgot. I'm going to slash at her with the axe, and oh my gosh, terrible rolls today. They're getting worse. They're actually like each one was worse than the previous one. So I
Okay.
miss.
All right. Caldron, you're up. You now have a clear shot.
Yeah, you know, she needs to cut this out. Look, all we wanted to do was just cross your bridge, and gonna take out my dagger and stab my shoulder for 2 points of damage to cast Bloodburn.
Oh boy, here we go.
Make a con save, please.
That's going to be a 5.
Okay, great. That's what I wanted you to say. So it's gonna be 8 points of fire damage,
Oh, no.
and the hag falls prone, racked with pain.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Yep, she does not like it. She takes the hurt and falls on her face, rolling back and forth as black flames wreathe her body, shooting out from inside as her blood burns.
And I'll take my movement to go as close to her now as I can.
Okay.
And say, we already paid the price.
She's still screaming.
Yeah, sure.
And then she's going to get up.
Sure.
No, she's not going to get up. Yeah, she's going to get up and look at you and take a swing.
Sure.
13 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 12 slashing damage.
Great. I'm down.
Level 1!
That means 0 hit points.
To be fair, if she got that on me, I would have been down too.
You burn her blood with your horrible, evil spell.
Yeah.
And she hates it so much, she just shoves herself to her feet and uppercuts you with an open palm claw strike.
Yeah.
And you just fall right backwards, and then she says to you, I decide when the toll is paid.
Wait, how much does that hit me for again?
12. Oh, you mean the attack roll?
Yeah. How much the damage was? It was 12.
Yeah, it was 12 slashing.
Great. Great. As she, yeah, absolutely. As she hits me and knocks me down, I raise right back up and go, you might want to reconsider. As I use the that feat that I've got that's pretty awesome, the Strength of the Grave.
All right, you're gonna stay prone. Wait,
that's fine.
What does that feature do? Does it save you before you fall?
Well, it says, yeah. So if damage reduces you to 0, you make the charisma save. It did. On a success, you drop instead to 1 point. So I don't actually.
Okay, so you never actually fell down.
Right. So the way that I imagine it is the smack actually made me go all the way down to basically down to the ground and then just raise back up.
Yep.
Yep.
And it is, what happens is, as she does that slap and says her little smug line, you fall almost to the ground, and then these spectral, ghostly hands reach out from the shadows surrounding everyone and just sort of catch you and push you back up to your feet. They're like skeletal, but made of shadow. And then they just dissipate as soon as you're up again.
Cool. Yeah, you were saying.
I'm picturing that imaginary fight scene in Dumb and Dumber. Everybody remembers it.
Yeah, her eyes just go wide. She can't believe it. Okay, so that was the hag's turn, and now it is Avon.
So Afon, being absolutely frustrated, growls and unsheathes both of her sickles.
Cool.
And
Heading coming on.
does a double attack.
Okay.
So
Due to that, it's surrounded now.
Yeah, it's gonna get you +2 because she's flanked.
Nice. So I guess it's +2 on damage or +2 on the roll?
On the attack roll.
Okay, so 22.
Oh my gosh, you got her.
Wow. So the first one is for 3 slashing.
Okay.
17 to hit on the second one.
Oh, you just barely got her.
And that is going to be 2 slashing.
So, watching every spell fail against this chick, Avon just loses her mind, grabs up her sickles that she normally only uses for work purposes, and just jabs them both into this hag. I imagine at the same time, just Gah!
Yeah.
And they stick, and she is angry about it. Okay. Albrecht, you're up.
So he's going to come around to completely surround this thing. And he's going to take his mace and club her on the top and start swinging to hopefully club her on the top of the head.
All right.
And he rolls a 16 to hit, which I don't. Oh, sorry, 18 because of the +2.
Oh yeah, it's a hit.
And does 5 damage.
Oh man, 5. You guys are wailing on her now. Okay.
Go down.
Hutan, you're up.
All right. Let's take another swing at the thing. Much better. 17.
That's a hit.
+2, 19.
That's a hit.
Great. Finally. Let's do some damage for the first time with this character. Woo. So yeah, he's angry. He's swinging as hard as he can, like he's chopping down a tree. And it's a good roll too. 13, whatever damage the great axe does.
Slashing, yeah.
Slashing.
Okay, she is really starting to get hurt now. Sorcerer fellow. Caldron, your turn.
Yeah. So here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I look at the hag and I just reach out and go, you need to run away now, and tap her and cast Life Thread on her.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is there a save for that? I don't even remember.
Nope.
Opportunity attacks.
No save. Just it's but it's she doesn't have to. It's just I'm trying to
yeah,
I'm trying to intimidate her away.
She is going to do a quick Arcana check to see if she knows what spell it was.
Sure. Okay.
She does, and you can tell by the look on her face that she's going to kill you for it.
Hey. Don't hate me for trying.
All right. Because here's the thing. She was about to run. You guys just surrounded her, and now she can't run. Instead,
really, it's a bad idea.
Yeah. Instead, she's going to slap the crap out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
See if you can do that trick twice. It's 15 to hit.
Yeah. Funny story. That hits.
Okay.
And I can't do it again.
You did do it again?
No, I can't do it again.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah, so you're going to take the damage. It's, it's more than 1, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, but how much is it?
It's, 11.
Permadeath.
Okay. Caldron has died.
-1.
Wait. How does that work?
So if you get to the negative value of your maximum hit points, you don't make death saves. It's over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he's he's not at 0. He's at negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's dead.
I only had 7 maximum. So.
Wait, but does that work on the first hit? Because the first hit's just supposed to drop you to 0. I think you're okay unless she hits you again. You're just unconscious right now.
It could be. I'll take it. That's fine.
I'll tell you what. Between now and your turn, look it up for me.
Okay, I will.
Because she just did that to you. Avon.
All right, so my sickles are stuck in her, so I'll pull them out by
Okay,
pulling down. So 18 to hit on the first one,
that's a hit.
2 damage,
Okay,
17 on the second one,
that's also a hit.
3 damage.
Okay, she is very angry. And
And while I do that, I yell, "Give me back my knives!"
she yells, "Those are knives!"
I don't care.
And it's Albrecht's turn.
Okay. As my bonus action, by the way, Joshua, did you figure it out?
No, I haven't figured it out in time.
'Cause,
Which stinks.
Here,
'Cause-
I can look it up real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry, it's hard to remember how that would actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that since you were at a positive number, you just stop at 0 when you get hit. But I'm going to double check myself.
Okay.
Let's see. Combat. Damage and healing. Okay. Loss of hit points has no... Okay. Dropping to 0 hit points. Okay. Massive damage can kill you instantly. When damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds. So you're dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it exceeded my my max health, so yeah.
Okay. Even minus the 1. It's still okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I had set, wait,
this
did
dude's
you
dead.
did you say that it's you said that it's the maximum or twice the maximum? Because if it's twice the maximum, no.
No, it's the maximum.
It's the maximum. Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. I had 8 points to possibly stay alive with. So, nope, he's dead.
All right. Okay.
Well, so much for that. I was
Nice
gonna help
knowing you.
Yep.
All right. So, see what you can do for us, Albrecht.
Well, I could have done something, but since he's dead, there's nothing I can do now. That's why I needed to know if he was at 0 or below, or not.
Yeah, he's at
All right.
he's at dead.
Yeah, if he's dead, if he's not at 0, then I can't do anything. I'm going to take my mace again, kind of with like righteous anger, or what you would call righteous anger for Shadar-Kai, and
Yeah.
take his. I'm going to take the mace and shove it in her face. See what happens here.
Okay.
With a +2, 18 to hit,
It's a hit.
and he does 3 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay. It is 3 bludgeoning. She is still up. She's not having a good time. All right. But it's going to be someone else's turn. Sorry, I had something else I had to take care of. It's Houton's turn.
Well, I guess your toll's paid. Can we go now?
Well, that's actually a good
She
point.
turns to you and is definitely going to kill you if you give her the
Great.
chance.
I'm like, all right, well, then I lift up my axe and come down on her. That's probably plenty. 19, yeah, to hit.
Okay. That's a hit. What's the damage?
Damage will be 1 billion.
Oh, she's gone. No, what is it?
She's dust. Math. 11.
Okay, so you come up at her with an underhand uppercut with the axe and split her skin from her chest all the way up to the top of her head, but not deep enough to break her skull. She still stands.
Jeez.
Goodness.
Yeah. Joshua, don't do anything. Now it's the hag's turn.
Yep.
She is going to turn to Avon and take a swipe.
Is she close enough? Well,
Yeah,
I
you
guess
guys
she would
all
be.
have her
Yeah.
flanked. Yeah. I know the mini kind of bumped away a little bit, but yeah.
I think I asked you this, but 0 hit points does not mean that means you're still alive, right?
Yeah, it means you're unconscious and dying.
Got it. Okay.
Avon, it's 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. And I can guarantee I'm down.
6?
Oh, and I'm not down.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Hey.
I rolled snake eyes on the damage dice. Cool. So somehow you're alive. Convenient.
one.
Convenient for story purposes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, little do you guys know Avon has a twin sister with the same name. So yeah, we are back to Albrecht.
Oh man! So this time he.
Wait. My turn.
Oh, I skipped ahead because I'm the because you're next and I hit you and I got confused. Okay, go ahead. Avon's turn.
Oven is going to. I don't know. Do we want to try the poison spray again? Let's try the poison spray again.
Sure, try that.
Yeah.
It probably smells better than she does.
Have some perfume.
I'm gonna say Houton absolutely said that out loud.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh.
All right, it's a con save. I believe I have failed it. It's 8.
You have failed it, so you're going to take 11 poison.
Oh God, she is barely up, you guys.
Oh, wow.
She's still up.
Yeah, she's hacking and coughing, and she clearly wants to run away, but she doesn't dare take her attention off of you guys long enough to do it. Now it is Albrecht's turn.
So he just shakes his head and just wants her to go down, and this time he just swings his mace for a 9. Doesn't look like he didn't hit. So he completely whiffs because
Yeah.
the poison spray threw him off too. 'cause
Yeah, he's
so
distracted. He had to jump back from it. Yeah. All right. Houton, you're up.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna do what I always do. Swing. 17.
It's a hit. Just barely.
Come on, take her out.
So yeah, I gotta roll 11 every time or above. And a 10 on the die, which is 12 damage slashing.
Woo! Come on.
Okay. You chop her head right off, and it rolls across the ground, and her blood starts spilling on Cowdrin's fallen body, where it lies blasted to nothing. Actually, he's not that far away. He's like there. And she's gone. And as
I'm gonna kick her head into the water.
okay, and it sinks, and you kick it kind of this way, but the body is already rolling down the little slope, and it goes off the other side, and they both sort of sink into the thick water. They sink slowly because they're a little bit buoyant, but also the water's really thick. And as soon as the head is completely submerged, you hear the sound of a shrieking, wailing cry, and then a second one from the other side, and a voice kind of like hers yells, "No! Larisha has fallen! And simultaneously, some brown and black vines begin to pop up from the earth right in front of Avon's feet and start to weave their way towards Caldron's body. And when they get there, the thorns on the vines puncture his skin. This vines start wrapping around him, and it looks like this black liquid energy is pumping through the vines into his body. And he shrivels up. His corpse kind of like loses all of its moisture and becomes this desiccated husk. And then the vines break and disintegrate. And Caldron's dead body sits up and gasps for air. And that is where we're going to take our break. All right, everyone, we're going to be back in 15 minutes. We're going to take an extra 5 tonight because I got to set some stuff up. But it's 10:04 here, and we'll be back at 10:19-ish. Thanks for watching. We're having a great time here in the Shadowfell. Aren't we, Joshua? All right. And we're back. Oh, I wanted to put the logo up, though. There we go. Why didn't the logo come up? Because that's in the way. There we go. All right. We're back. You saw a tiny sliver of the next setup. So, right before we left, you guys had fought a hag, heard the keening cries of her sisters after you killed her, and of course your good friend Caldron, whom you met this morning and didn't particularly like, was killed. And then some creepy vines turned him into some sort of undead creature, and he sat up. Caldron, from your point of view, you felt the life getting slapped out of you by the hag. You can look down at yourself and still see the huge gashes in your flesh. But there's no longer any blood coming out of them. All the blood is what already seeped into your clothes before. There's nothing left inside you. Your skin is white and dried out, even whiter than before, and dried out and crackly. And you feel different around you, like your experience of your senses is different in a way that you can't explain. Like if you've ever wondered what is someone else's experience of the sense of sight, and if it's different than mine, how would I know? That's happening to you right now. Your senses still work, but your mind is processing their input in a completely alien way. And you see around you your compatriots that you came out here with, all looking down at you. Your mind is intact, but you have no idea how you became what you are.
Well, that's unfortunate. And I lift up my axe to, like, go to behead it.
Yeah, the three of you all assume this is some kind of zombie.
Wait. Let's see.
Oh,
I start
should've
looking down, I stop,
forbidden.
like, right in front of your face.
Right here.
I turn to Avon, because she's just next to me. Are they supposed to be able to talk?
No, I don't think so.
Can we tell that it's undead now? Clearly, because it came back to life, or is it? Or do we
Yeah.
know that?
He looks like a raisin.
It's not.
I'm gonna poke it with my focus.
Hey,
With your
What?
focus.
look, it ran away, right? It's gone, right? We're supposed to do some. Oh man, what are we doing?
Can I? Can I?
Huh?
Oven puts like a finger on it and says, "I commit your soul to the Raven Queen."
There is another tingle of power. Kind of like what you felt with the rat, only this one turns back on you. And it's almost like an electric shock. And you shake your hand kind of violently as this thing jolts into your finger. Oven, you are going to take 3 necrotic damage.
I am down.
Caldron, you are going to take 4 radiant damage.
Oh, don't tell me you're down too.
Uh, I don't think so.
No, he said full life, right?
Yeah, Caldron was at full hit points after he came back.
Maybe we were supposed to kill it first and then commit it or something. I'm not the expert here. I'm just a guard.
Oven's dying.
So she's at 0.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on her.
Woo.
Even though he thinks that even though she's old school in her sacrifices, she doesn't deserve to die. And so he has the Circle of Mortality. So that means he looks down at her and says, "Be restored." And so you gain full. You gain the full dice roll, whatever it is you roll. Oh wait, it says you restore maximum HP with healing spells to a creature with 0 HP. So yeah, you have maximum HP now.
Wait, let me double check that. Is it the maximum HP possible for your healing ability?
It just says Circle of Mortality. At first level, you gain the ability to manipulate the line between life and death. When you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points with a spell to a creature at 0 hit points, you instead use the highest number possible for each die.
Yeah, that's what you do. So what are the dice that you would roll for that?
It doesn't say. And then in the description, that's the description, but under my actions, it just says you restore maximum HP, and then in parentheses it says instead of rolling the dice.
Yeah, maximum for the dice, not her maximum possible.
So yeah,
So
it sounds like it's a buff for a healing spell.
Yeah, so it's a buff for spirits. Okay.
So yeah, Spare the Dying. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. Oh, all it does is stabilize her. It doesn't restore hit points at all.
Well, then why does...
She's still unconscious, just no longer dying.
I feel like if you were to use a healing spell as opposed to just a stabilizing spell when she's at 0, then it would be a maximum.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
So
That's all I have. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Oven's stable. Caldron's talking.
it sounds like
And
even
the
more reason to kill zombie Caldron.
while the hags are getting closer, you can hear them in the water coming towards you.
So, so does my thing still in effect where I used my I located any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover and isn't protect. Oh wait, they're not undead. Never mind.
The hags are not undead. No, your thing is not still in effect. It only lasts for the space of 1 action. You do have another use of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to use it. I just.
All right.
All right, zombie Cauldron. You are.
Whose side are you on?
they're coming. Should we we should go, right? We're not dealing with these.
We
We're
should carry
dealing
her
with
out
what
of
the
here and leave her in
Raven.
the state.
I'll carry her. I think.
But last time you touched her, she died.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I won't. All right, I won't. I don't. Whatever.
You don't touch her.
You know what? Because we're in a hurry, do whatever you want. But I'm gonna grab.
Yeah. We'll lift her up, both of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And rush across the bridge.
All right. Cowdren, are you going with them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with them.
Avon, roll 1d4, please.
Four.
In 4 hours, you will regain consciousness with 1 hit point.
Oh, man.
You didn't give me a potion or anything, did you? No.
I have one in my bag.
Yeah, I saw that, but I haven't thought of checking it. Or Hutan or whatever.
Yeah.
He's more.
Worried about the heck. Yeah.
Would Albrecht know any of her potions, if what they do?
I mean, you are welcome to go through her bag, but potions are kind of a rarity. This is probably something Avon came across in a unique situation.
That's what we should. Healing potions in the city.
Kind of wish I read through my equipment in regular shadows.
So he's going to look through her bag then, and hopefully with some of his knowledge, he'll recognize anything that she has that could help bring her back.
I have a question. Where did you get a potion, Avon?
I don't know. It was in my bags.
Is this because you turned down regular Avon? Because the thing is, that's weird too, because there are no healing potions in Archonia. I've never given you one. They don't exist.
So I don't know why I have it in my bags in regular Avon. So.
All right. Well, we are going to treat it like it is some herbs that she found in the forest. It will function the same way. If one of you guys rolls high enough on nature, you can determine that it will help her.
20.
All right.
Well then.
Man, people in the temple use this all the time. It's not even surprising that she would have it, especially since she's so old school.
Why do you got a salad?
What?
Now's not the time to eat a salad.
It's a twig with some leaves on it.
Oh, you said herbs. I thought there was a little bushel of some mixture.
I mean, it's probably a few twigs, but it's not a salad.
Why? Okay.
So
look at your
takes
bushes later.
All right.
So he takes the twigs and does some sort of he lights them on fire, and he breaks them up, crumbles up, lights them on fire, and puts the smoke underneath her nostrils.
Okay.
To let her breathe them in, to breathe in the air.
Did we run a safety first, or were we doing this before we ran?
Yeah, you guys were able to get out of the marsh easily.
Okay.
You are now in a place where you are out of easy reach of the hags, and still a good couple miles away from your destination. So it's relatively safe here.
Okay. Then I will be less rude about hurrying up.
Yeah, Avon, as you inhale the acrid herb smoke, you regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That is over my actual hit points.
Yeah, in the regular game, I gave you guys that muck, which we use as healing potions, and I was auto maxing it, but I figured that would be stupid at level 1.
Yeah. Okay.
So are we taking kind of a breather here? Is that
So she comes back fully, she's full health now.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I just extend my hand to help her up.
I'll go ahead and take that help.
He stands up.
Sneeze a couple times because of the smoke.
You'll be okay.
I'm just eyeballing Cauldron.
Yeah.
He's gonna wipe her off of all the nastiness or whatever, and then look over at Cauldron himself as well.
I'm gonna say that's some good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Good thing you had it.
Yep.
So
I'm just gonna go with the regular Afon and get rid of it.
So I'll take at this point.
By the way, I'm sorry. I'm wondering if there's any smoke left. And Dude Man, I forget the ring. Matt, what your character's name is? If he's still hurt, can we put it under his nostrils to
No,
regain?
there's only one person's worth.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Done. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's all right. Two things. One, if we're here long enough to take a short rest, that'd be great. Then I'm going to do that. But while we're sitting here, gonna take out the bag with a rat in it and throw it to Avon and say, you might want to try that again.
Committing the body?
Yeah, that little ritual thing that you did back there. You might want to take another stab at it.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Sure. Pulls out a sickle, decapitates the rat,
Okay.
plays with the guts,
Sure.
lays
you
a
do.
hand over the body and says, I commit your soul and body to the Raven Queen.
Well, nothing happens.
All right. Well, I didn't do anything. And now we've got lunch. Anyone hungry?
No, I'm good. So do we kill him now? Or
Do
What?
we kill...
the zombie thing?
That's right. We don't like zombies. We don't like undead. That's like the Raven Queen hates undead. We would probably be pretty against this monstrosity, defying death.
Okay. If I can have a vote here, just a second. I would definitely say that let's just take a second to think about it. If
I just
we
have questions.
are on this quest, is it a quest? I don't know. It seems a little epic to be called
It's a test quest.
And whatever. Look, the Raven Queen kind of sent us. So if she sent us, then it's probably okay that whatever happens here happen. So my vote is I'm good for now. Ordinarily, I would be really bothered and put off by this myself. But I'm just saying, under the circumstances, you never know. I mean, hey, at least it's not me that'll be picked at the end, right? See?
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Fair.
He seems
But
to,
I just have questions.
he seems to be able to reason with us as well.
How...
I'm
When you came back as this, what did
Yeah.
it feel like?
you know how it feels here, like all the time? Well, if you take what it feels like here and then shove yourself, your whole self, into the toe of your shoe. That's probably it.
Did you see the queen at all? Between when you died and when you undied?
Did I see the queen?
Cowdrin, roll a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom.
Oh my goodness, why I gotta roll like Throp tonight? Yeah, like, I don't know, it's probably a 6, 7, no, 6, yep, 7.
You are positive that you saw some things, but it's like trying to remember a nightmare. You remember a sense of unsettling, but that's it. No visuals.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Matt, are you at a rave?
It's got a strobe light there going on.
Yeah.
What's that?
Sorry, I changed the colors. It blinks because I don't have the controller, so I was doing it manually.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All Raveny and Queenie.
Strange.
This is
A conundrum.
quite.
Hmm.
I have a very important question.
Okay.
Does it taste different? Like, can you taste being dead?
Well, he's not really dead, is he?
He's not anymore.
I have another thing to say.
It tastes like ashes all the time.
It tastes like the inside of that shoe that I'm in.
That seems unpleasant.
That's
Yeah,
probably
kinda
why
ashy.
Raven Queen is against undeath.
However, it seems that you, Colvin, had no choice in the matter.
No. Yeah, I don't think I did. I don't remember that being a thing. If you want to, like, wait, look, when I said I wanted to do anything else, I didn't really mean this.
All right, gang. While you guys are having this conversation, we're going to say that's a short rest.
Sweet.
So you may recover whatever abilities you recover, roll your hit dice to get hit points back, and etc.
All right. How far away are we from this place we're supposed to go to again?
About 2 miles.
2 miles. Well, it seems that you're not against us. So,
How do we know?
can we continue our mission?
Oh, I got maximum recovery. Let's go. I only needed 3 points.
All right.
If we return to the Raven Queen empty-handed, we clearly fail our mission. So, I say we continue on.
I'm going to keep an eye on you, though. This is
Who are you talking to?
weird.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, please do.
All right. As you guys progress southward, Avon and really all of you keeping a close watch on Cowdrin, who, by the way, every step of the way you can feel them looking at you. That thing where you can kind of tell when someone's watching you from behind, it's super strong for you now. And it's just coming from all three of them all the time.
So
And I'm literally right behind him.
Yeah.
he's leading the way then.
Like,
I'll-
I'm comfortably close.
I'll
Yeah.
be in the...
I imagine none of you want him behind you, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. Glad those bones fell the way they did. Okay.
All right. So, before long, you reach what is referred to as the eternal graveyard of the giants. None of you have really been here before. It's kind of dangerous to come here. Avon, you've probably passed by, but you don't know why they call it that. It's just kind of a field with a bunch of hills in it, and like dead ivy on some of them. But as you approach this time, there is something here you've never seen before. A giant black tower of stone, almost like a mesa of black earth, has jutted up from the ground in the center of a raised cliff area. In order to approach the plain where these hills raise up, you kind of have to walk up essentially a bridge of stone. And at the top of that bridge, before you are able to continue on top of this cliff, is this black tower.
Well, that's new.
Yeah.
Can we read it?
There's no words on it. It's just a geological formation.
So it doesn't look man-made.
No, but it was never here before.
But we don't know that because we've never been here except.
Avon has seen the place and has never seen this before.
So you've never seen this before?
I'm kind of looking around to make sure that we are indeed at the right place. No, that's new.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it-
no mistaking it because of the unique feature of the stone bridge. It's more like a ramp going up.
Is it blocking the way?
You could go around it, but it is in the way.
Something tells me that has something to do with
The undead.
undead things.
I agree.
Are you guys going to approach it?
I wanna use my action to Eyes of the Grave again.
Okay, yeah, Caldron's definitely undead.
Clearly, 60 feet.
100% undead. In fact, he sets it off twice.
Anything else within
Nope.
the 60-foot range? Right.
No, unless, are you guys walking up the ramp now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to turn to our undead friend and say, do you feel any kind of buzzy connection with this thing? You know, kind of like when I touched you, but
No.
better.
All right. Well, let's see. Gonna do a feel for buzzy type connections.
No, you got nothing.
Nope.
All right. So,
You're not lying to us, right?
once again, did you guys walk up the stone ramp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, your alarm bell goes off, Albrecht, because as you guys approach this structure, a whole bunch of zombies come running out of an opening at the bottom of it and charge you guys.
Oh, hell.
I know!
Look at Calder and tell your friends to die again or something.
Stay dead.
Tell them you commit their bodies and souls to the queen.
Well, no, that's what you do, right?
Well, sure, that's what I do, but I want to see what happens when he does it.
Wait a minute.
Or we could just kill them.
Science.
Science.
Kill them.
Just kill.
Or go with me here for a second. And he goes, same team?
For now. Yes.
To the zombies?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's you guys. Let's see. There's you guys.
In an earthquake.
Yeah, and there is the tower that has appeared. With a guy on top of it. You can just see a shape.
Oh, there's a guy now.
But your more immediate concern is these zombies rushing you. I gotta try and get this camera in a better spot. Hold on.
I'm gonna yell out.
All right, there's the camera. Oh, for Pete's sake. Always with the space bar. Space bar is what does it. Okay. Initiative. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, crit. So 22.
Okay. Sorry, just a second. How do I do this? How do I do this?
What?
Never mind. I'm going to reload the page. Okay, so we have 22. Carolyn, what do you get?
19.
19. Joshua.
17.
Wow.
So much better this time.
Aaron.
Oh.
Yeah.
18.
Really?
Oh,
You got
man.
18,
And
19, 22.
And
Yeah.
still holding up the rear with the 17.
I thought I was gonna be like first, but nope.
Okay, so we are going to say I am trying a new system for tracking initiative. It's not going so well yet, but we are. Carolyn, yours was the 19, right?
Correct.
And okay. All right, zombie time. Zombies got 13, and that other fellow got 11.
You there, fella? You there, fella? That other fella.
Okay, so Houton, you're up first.
I'm gonna take my axe
Yeah, you are.
and I'm gonna run at the nearest zombie, and I'm gonna give him a good chopping,
Okay.
just like one of those logs back home.
Yeah. Attack roll.
Plenty.
My gosh.
22.
I got to get this guy
No,
onto a wheel.
23. Sorry, to hit.
Yeah, it's a hit.
And damage is not that great. 5 damage.
You chop his head off.
Wonderful. Like the log.
All right. Next up, Avon.
Well, first I'm going to raise my hands up in the air high,
Okay.
kind of point it at them, and say, I commit your bodies and souls to the Raven Queen?
They all stop for a second and then tilt their heads, and one of them goes, what else you got?
Okay, well, that didn't work.
Back in the day, or I should say in the future, when you try it, you do it with confidence, and that's
Yeah.
the difference.
Perhaps.
In the main game, it has already been explained why it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that zombie closest to me within 30 feet?
Yeah, you've got probably 2 of them within 30 feet. This one is definitely, and this one I think as well.
Okay, well, I'm going to point at the one that is definitely,
Okay.
and use Gust. So if it could make a strength save.
Okay, well, it's a zombie, so it's going to be okay at that. 19.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I guess maybe it just like blows a little bit of a breeze through its
It also
stringy
like
hair.
blows its lips open, like when a dog is looking out the car window. It's just like you can see its teeth, but it doesn't move. Okay. Albrecht,
I'm
you're.
gonna
Oh,
use
you've got more?
my movement and kind of move, sidestep maybe like 5 feet inwards.
Yeah, I know. I know which way. All right. Albrecht, you're up.
Okay, Albrecht's gonna. He is going to put his staff down and pray quickly to the Raven Queen and cast False Life on himself.
Okay.
To give him 8 points of temporary hit points.
Not bad.
And then he's going to. I just put it in the temp box and nothing. Okay. All right, cool. And then he's gonna move backwards. Maybe he's 30. Yeah, he's gonna move backwards, maybe like 10 feet. All right, where's he now? That him right there? Okay, what's it? Yeah, 10 feet. Math. What's his distance to the closest zombie? Just curious. Is it 30 feet?
Yeah. It's
He's gonna move back. He's gonna move back 5 feet, actually.
Okay. All right. So now it is the former Cowdrin's turn.
Yeah, okay. So you can see up there, there's some little guy up there at the top, you said, right?
That is right. You've got probably...
It's like how far?
About 100 feet.
Great. Great. That's basically where I wanted him. I got him right where I want him. I'm going to point up at him and go, what's the chances you fall off? and then grab for the dagger again and just slice the leg really good. Let's do 5, and cast Bloodburn, which is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He's gonna make it for 11.
Yeah, no, that does not make it. So he's gonna get nice. 9 plus 5, 14 points of fire damage, and falls prone, racked with pain.
He doesn't like that.
No, I would imagine not.
That thing's got your spell has a 100-foot range. Nice.
It has a little bit longer than that because I'm going to step back 20 feet.
120, baby.
Yep. maybe just like 15 feet actually. Let's be honest.
Okay, Avon, Cowdrin is now breathing on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Could you not?
Well,
breath is
he's
kind of
not actually.
breathe.
He's only breathing out of habit, I think. But
Yeah. When you say could you not, he just stops breathing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
okay. All right. So now it's the zombies. This one's going to come for our fighter.
Bring it.
I know. Well, you're the fighter. 13 to hit.
Miss.
Next one's also coming for you.
Miss.
18.
Damn it. Hit.
I like the confidence, though.
Yeah.
You actually take 2 bludgeoning.
Oh no. Ow.
This one is coming to Avon. No, wait. You can't quite get there. Zombies are slow. So these guys are all going to move their 20 feet. And that's their turn. Are you guys still with me?
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
sounded really quiet for some reason. All right. Zombies are done. Now it's the dude on top. You see him stand to his feet. And then he's brushing some dirt off of his clothes. And then he does this with his hand, and it gets wreathed in black light. And he touches himself in the center of the chest, and around his body, a black force field forms. That's going to be his turn.
Creeper.
Yeah.
Back to the beginning.
Yep, back to the beginning. Hutan, you're up.
All right. There's what, 3 or 2? Yeah. I'm gonna attack. So could I switch to my my 2 weapons?
What, your
bonus
hand?
action? My two little hand axes.
In the action economy, you can stow one weapon or draw one weapon, and that's it. If you want, you can just straight up drop the battle axe and pull one of the other axes, but you won't be able to pull the second one on this turn.
All right.
Well, I'd let you spend a bonus action to pull the second one, but then
done. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you won't be able to attack with it till next time. Anyway.
That's fine. So I'm just gonna attack with one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just drop my axe. It like sticks in the ground, and I pull out 2 smaller axes, and I swing one of them for wow. So in my act, like pulling them out, I missed the zombie.
What's the number?
Okay. 6.
Okay, yeah, you missed him. All right, Avon, you're up.
Avon's gonna look at the zombies coming towards her, and she's gonna take her hands and clap and look at them and say boom and cast Thunder Wave.
There you go.
What's
Yes.
the radius of it?
It's a 15-foot cube in front of me.
Okay, well, you're going to get those 2 then. It's a con save?
It is a con save.
Okay, the first one gets 4, and the second one gets 7.
So they are both going to take 14 damage.
They both just get blasted into pieces.
Yeah.
Just explode.
Yep, there's arms and legs and heads all over. Hutan has a rib on him.
Gross.
And then I look down and I say the pieces, I commit your bodies and souls to the Raven Queen.
Cool. Cleric fellow, I really need to learn your names. Albrecht.
Okay, where am I? I can't see the map as to where I am compared
This
to
is
the,
you. Your head is in frame.
Is what's the distance between me and the closest zombie?
Pretty much, well, 25 feet.
So it looks like Dude Man's up there. Can I flank one of them?
Yeah, you can flank this one.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take my mace and I'm gonna swing it over his head for a 15 to hit.
You got him.
And so he is going to do 4 bludgeoning damage.
Is this a downward stroke?
Now this is a side, like a baseball bat style.
Okay, your mace gets stuck in his skull for a second, and when you yank it out, he collapses to the ground.
Oh man, I want to see his head fly off.
It might have, except it caved in first.
And that is my turn.
All right. Now, good zombie, you're up.
Yeah, so there's the bubble of a thing that happened around the. Is there anything else up there on that tower, or is it just the bubble? Looks like.
It's not a bubble. It's form fitting to his body. But no, you can't see anything up there except him.
Okay, is that one that's kind of the side of the tower? Is it doing anything, or is it just a forgotten zombie down there, or
It's kind of milling about.
just kind of milling about?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave him alone for a second, but I'm gonna sort of step out behind Oven, and kind of point at the one that's in between. Well, doesn't matter. The one on my right, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah. And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch. Just gonna conjure up a little hand from the ground, a little skeletal hand to try to grab hold of him.
Okay.
And it's a 22 to hit. So
You got him. He is grabbed.
I think I probably did. And
Head off.
but the sad part though is that it's two necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So
So your skeletal hand breaks up through the stone of the bridge you guys are on and grabs this zombie by the ankle and then yanks down. And it actually rips the entire zombie in half the long way. And the half that remains, it kind of rips like right here. So he still has both arms but only one leg. And then he just falls over and he's gone.
yeah, well that worked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go a little bit closer than to the cleric guy, to Han Solo. What's his name? Can't remember.
Albrecht?
No, he's not the H name. It's Albrecht. Yeah, sorry, Albrecht. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Crouton with an H.
Is this where you meant to go?
And
Yes.
without the R.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
it. You got it. Right on.
All right. Well, it is the zombie's turn. This one's going for Houton. And it's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
5 bludgeoning.
Ow.
You're down?
No, I said ow.
Oh, I thought you said out. Okay. The other one is going to do the same thing. I think he's going to miss. 8 to hit.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. So the guy on top of the building or structure, landmass, he's going to point his finger at. Yeah, he's going to point at Cowdron and. Hold on a second. I want to read this. Okay, so he's going to point his finger and send 2 sickly green blasts of energy down at you from his finger. They're going to be 16 and 24 to hit.
Yeah, they surprisingly both hit.
Okay. Let's see how the dice come up on damage. The first one does 6.
Not again.
6 force damage. And the second one,
All right.
he's actually going to, as he points at you, he's actually going to jerk his finger away and deliberately make the second shot go wide.
Well, I mean, 6 was plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he falls.
Cool.
Yeah.
Down you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I get knocked down.
Backing up.
All right. Houton, you're up.
1 axe each.
Okay.
So, and like, I'm gonna just attack them both at once. Oops,
Okay.
that's wrong die. One is a. So the one on the left.
Yep.
My left is math 21.
That's a
And
hit.
the one on the right is 14, but flanked, so 16.
They both hit. And what motion do you do as you attack?
I pictured picking them both up, or like picking my axes up. Well, I did that in the last turn, but then like bringing them both down at the same time on each head.
All right, you easily split both skulls in half to the neck, and
Nice.
they both die, and you have to shake them off your axe blades.
Great. Cool. I'm gonna move for that last one, the last zombie. That's the back side of the tower.
Okay, you're still about 20 feet away from them.
Great.
Avon, you're up.
I am going to go ahead and use my medicine roll, if I can, to stabilize
Yeah.
our undead friend.
Yeah, it's very difficult because he's undead.
Right.
But you're basically trying to make the corpse not get corpsier.
Yeah. 16?
You stabilized him. He is no longer dying.
Yay.
Caldron, roll 1d4.
Please let it be a 1.
No, man, I'm tired. 4.
In 4 hours, you will regain 1 hit point. All
I'm
right.
just in time for the end of the battle.
Yeah. Albrecht, your turn.
So, seeing that transpire, he's going to look over and move 30 feet up, and then look at the guy on the hill and say, "Who are you?" Wait, we know who he is, don't we? Did the debrief tell us?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
So he's going to, who are you?
He's going to look down at you, and as you are now closer to the place, he's only about 90 feet from you at this point, you realize that he has no face. He has a hood over a skull. And he looks down at you, and his jaw opens up, and he just says, "Ah!"
Man, a few words.
That seems.
Why don't you come down and face us like a whatever you are?
It's not my turn.
And that's all he. And then he's going to take the. Wait, there's a dodge action, right? I could take that. Can't
Yeah,
I?
you can. It will impose disadvantage on attacks against you.
Yes, I'm going to take the dodge action.
Great.
And
I don't know that I've ever seen a player use the dodge action without being told about it.
aha.
You're leveling up in real life D&D playing. All right. That's your turn?
Yep.
Cauldron. You're unconscious.
Stop it.
Houton, this zombie that you approached has had enough of your shit.
Good.
He's coming for you. And he has rolled a 19 to hit.
Hits.
3 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Great. Now, dude man with no face is going to, let's see. What's the range on? Oh yeah, okay. He's going to chill touch at Hutan.
You can touch.
It's a spell.
spell.
Chill touch. What's the attack roll here? He has rolled 12 to hit you.
You miss.
He has wasted his action.
That's like the third miss out of all the attacks you've done against me.
All right. Well, he gets frustrated, turns, and goes out of sight on this thing. You can no longer see him. It is going to be one of your turns next. Who's first? Hutan, you're up.
All right. First axe, swinging at his neck. Ah. Definitely a hit. Like 23.
Okay. Second attack.
Second one is going to go just wherever. He's just swinging. 18.
Okay. So I'm picturing this like in Gladiator, where he takes the 2 swords and cuts the guy's head off. Only it's two hand axes.
Yeah.
So chop like that. Only you kind of miss, so that instead of chopping his head off, you chop his head in half. And so he falls. There are no more zombies on the board. And your friend from the top has apparently gone down inside.
By the way, that scene was Russell Crowe's idea, where he chopped the head off the guy.
Oh yeah?
He had a different plan for that. And he's like, "Hey, I got an idea," and he went to the director, and the director said, "I think," and he went to his costumes guys or the props guy and said, "We've got a head, right?" And yeah, so they made it happen.
What?
To make the head roll.
Did you hear that, or were you there?
I was there. No, I heard Russell Crowe talk about it.
Okay.
Some interview.
All right. Well, that's a fun story. There's nobody here for you to fight right now.
So
Cool.
I look over at Avon and Avon. What's her name again?
Avon.
Said, "Do you have any more of those healing herbs?"
Nope.
Is there anything around, Steve? These herbs? Clearly, Albrecht knows about these herbs. Do we see any of them?
No, they only grow deep in the forest, and you guys are not in a forest. You're on a stone ramp.
I put my axes away and I grab my big axe and I walk over to Cauldron and I turn to Avon. I mean, we're probably going to do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna tie him up and drag him back with us. See if we could figure out what's up, what's going on with this, how this happened. Science. And the Queen.
All right. Well, I guess we should wait for him to wake up.
You remember?
Also, I don't really want to touch him because last time
Yes.
Fuzzy's
While you guys are speaking, your old friend reappears in the doorway. Comes out of the rock tower. Looks over at Cauldron. Points at him and says, "Ah!"
Yeah, he's not
You're gonna get a hit
Dead.
point, Cauldron.
undead.
Okay.
Just the one.
Just one.
I'll take every bit of that.
Yeah. Only here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
This guy is now the only person you care about.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone else sucks.
Yep.
And he definitely needs you to kill them.
Yeah, I mean, all these people have just been just the worst to me. Like, ever since I came around them, it's awful.
I mean, I voted for killing him a long time ago.
Yeah. We are back in initiative,
Okay.
and we're gonna jump right to the top. That will have been the Deathlock's turn, so it is now Houton's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Houton's turn.
So I moved a lot closer to Cauldron, but if I use my 30 to move back to kind of where I was,
Okay.
yeah, right around there, I'm actually gonna throw one of my axes at him.
Okay, roll that.
Take out the main man first.
Ta-da!
Well, he's the only one here. Well, that's not true.
Well, actually,
Cauldron.
well, yeah, I don't know yet. Throne still uses the same hit dice, right? Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, but
So-
you your 2-hit is with Dex instead of Strength. No, not if it's thrown. Yeah, you can use Strength.
I mean, they're the same for me. I have the same dex, and so it's fine either way. Go back. So 16 to hit.
Let me see. Yeah, you got him. He still has that black force field around him, but you managed to penetrate it.
Well, I threw an axe at him.
Yeah.
Axe. And same damage, I guess, too. So, yeah. Ooh, pretty good. 7.
Nice.
7.
Okay. The axe it hits him, but it kind of bounces off. You can see that it like chipped his face, but it didn't really dig in.
Great. That's my turn.
Cool. Now it is Avon's turn.
Oh, wait. Can I throw both?
Nope,
Oh, because the two-handed thing is for melee only, right?
that's correct.
All right, great. Never mind.
Well, these are. I'm going to say no.
It's fine.
I'm not sure, but I think it's no.
I mean, I'm switching to my big axe anyway.
Yeah,
so.
there's this weird rules difference between a melee attack, a melee weapon attack, and a melee weapon. The wording is really weird, and I don't remember how it works. Avon, you're up.
I'm gonna look at the once again risen undead thing.
Yep.
Kind of shrug. Pull out a scythe and swing.
Okay.
Sorry.
He hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's why I didn't attack him.
All right, go ahead.
17 to hit.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that hits.
1 slashing.
Was that one on the die?
That was 1 on the die.
Don't you have a -1? Does that mean it's 0?
Nope.
There's no negatives to damage.
Ah. Yeah, all right. He's back down.
Yeah, that problem is solved. Okay.
That was fun.
Stay.
Is he dead again?
Yes.
And I just point at him and I say, stay.
And he does.
You know, believe it or not, this is really not that much different.
I know.
Yeah.
Albrecht, you're up.
Okay, so I want to cast Black Blood Hemomancy, but I need your help on this, Steve, to understand how exactly it works.
Okay.
It says you transform a portion of your blood into a poisonous substance. As you cast the spell, you must spend a number of hit points.
Yeah.
You gain a number of temporary hit points equal to the amount spent, which doesn't make sense because it's like they cancel each other out, right?
Sort of.
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack while within 5 feet of you, they take 1d8 poison damage and become poisoned until the start of their next turn.
Yeah. So
Um,
you're spending your real life to create a sort of poisonous false life.
So couldn't I just technically use all my hit points, and I'm going to have those all as temporary hit points anyway?
Yeah, but when the temporary hit points run out, you're dead.
Well, isn't that the case anyway if my hit points ran out?
True.
Yes, but but the temporary hit points will go away on a rest. So basically, you're killing yourself. It's just not going to happen till later.
But won't I regain hit points on a rest?
You won't have time. You'll lose the temp hit points first.
Okay,
So
then
use all but one.
I'm going to use the temporary hit points that I gained from my earlier spell.
You can't. You got to use your real hit points.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to... Okay, yeah, so I'll use 5.
Okay. Now here's another tricky thing about temp hit points. They don't stack. So the number of temporary hit points that you have is just whichever is higher, 5 or however many you already had.
I had 9 max and then temp 8.
Okay, so you still have 8 temporary hit points, but 5 of them are going to be this this black blood thing.
It says for as long as these temporary hit points last.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll do more then because, well, I feel like any hit he hits me with is going to be more than 8 anyway. No, what? Screw it. I'm going to go 8.
You're going 8, okay.
7. I'll go 7. 7. And so he cuts. He takes a trinket of his blood, and he walks up to him as close as he can get to him, and he blows it like poison into his face.
Okay. It's not...
Yeah.
So he's going to take the damage when he hits you.
Correct.
Okay. But you've walked up to him, so he's in...
Yeah.
He's in... All right. Interesting. Interesting spell. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack, doesn't matter if it's melee or not. All right. Caldron.
Go to the right of him, too, so he can be flanked by What's-His-Face if
right.
What's-His-Face decides to flank.
Caldron, you're dead.
Stop
That's nothing
Yeah,
new.
that's
Yeah.
that needs to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah. This Deathlock is strangely angry about something, and he's going to... Yeah, he's going to Eldritch Blast Albrecht. So you got a... That's one hit, and that's definitely another hit.
I'm dead.
I think you're about to go.
What was the hit?
I'll tell you in a second. It was... Oh, the numbers? The attack rolls?
Yeah.
They were 23 and 22.
Yep, those are hits for sure.
So you're
Close.
gonna take 5 force damage and 3 force damage from the 2 hits.
So, okay, that's 8. So you would take 1d8 for each hit. Poison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you roll that or do I?
Well, it doesn't matter because he's immune to poison damage.
Well then. So much for that. I tried. Really tried.
Okay. Albrecht's down.
Well, wait, I'm not down. I'm still...
You still have 1?
Well, I had 8 temp points, and I had 9 real points, so that's 17.
But 9 was your total, but you spent some of them to do the black blood.
You're right, I
You
spent
spent
7.
7.
So that means I have 10 points, so you took 8 away, so I have 2.
You're not down.
You still up? You still
Not
up?
down.
You're not down. He's been poisoned and it did nothing.
Well then, I tried.
And you look down at your bleeding arm where you cut yourself. You're just like,
I'm never doing that again.
Welcome to the I Tried Club.
Houton, you're up.
Oh man! All right, so I'm gonna use a short rest or second wind.
Oh,
But I didn't get a very good roll, so it's 1-7.
I have 4 points, not 2. All right.
And then I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna drop my hand axe, switch to my great axe, and just kind of like wail on this guy's face as much as possible because it's ugly and skeleton.
And you have a +2 to your hit.
And flanks, which I might not need. 18.
hit.
12. Cha.
Oh, wait, Steve.
Wait, let's resolve this first.
Okay.
10 damage slashing.
Okay, you have done a harm. What's up, Eric?
I took the dodge action, so that means hits against me would be at disadvantage.
You're right. I'm going to give you back the second hit. We'll say only one of those 2 hit. So take 3 hit points.
So I thought I was at 2, but I did this. It's at 4. Am I at 4 and then 3? That's 7.
No, you were at 2 for sure. Because
Okay, so then
you had 9 total. You spent 7, leaving you 2. I hit
You're
you
right.
for 8.
Well,
You actually were at 1, but I'm giving you back 3, so now you're at 4.
I'm at 4.
Mm.
Yeah, confusing.
Man. Okay, 4. Cool. I'm up.
All right.
I'm ready. I got my screen.
Ready to go. Yeah, so this guy has been harmed. Oven, your turn. That's
How far
you.
Yes.
That's them. Distance is about 60.
About 60. Well, guess really all I can do is entangle.
Okay.
So let's walk like 10 feet up. And if it would like to make a strength saving throw.
Nine.
Yeah, no, it is restrained.
Entangle makes like things grow up out of the ground, right?
Yep.
What is the area?
20-foot square.
That means all of us have to roll.
Well, not if she
No, it
positioned
just says
right.
a creature in the area.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
Cool.
Well, this is a 15 foot. That's probably 20 right there. Yeah, this is actually a marker for web, but we're going to use it because it's the same size.
Yeah, but it's only
You could-
only targets one creature.
No, it targets anyone in the area.
No, it says a creature. Oh, a creature in the area.
Yeah, it doesn't mean only one creature. It means any creature. In
I
the
mean,
area.
just center it behind him so that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the thing down because there's a mountain in the way, but let's just assume it's like only the corner got him.
Yep.
The rest is
The
inside.
vine's coming out of the doorway to grasp him.
Yeah.
Pull them back in or something.
So he's restrained.
So
Yep.
what does that mean? What does that mean? Like starting hitting him and stuff. Disadvantage.
Yeah, you guys have advantage against him, and he has speed of 0.
Cool.
And also his attacks and dex saves have disadvantage.
Oh, that's so helpful.
Uh-huh.
Because we're probably gonna die.
Albrecht, you're up.
So Albrecht's gonna, seeing that he's restrained, kind of laugh, take this end of his, the end of his mace, and jab it in his face at advantage. Okay, so I get to re-roll that one. Add 2, so 16 to hit.
Got him.
Sweet. And he will be doing 5 bludgeoning damage.
All
So he's
right.
gonna aim for his eye and just right into his eye, the butt end of his mace.
Okay, well, it's actually just an eye socket, but you definitely fracture it. It's like pushed in a little.
Oh, that's right. He's got a black face of nothing, like just
Yeah.
black.
It's a skull. No, it's a skull. It's a skull in a hood.
Oh, okay.
So you fractured his eye socket.
And that is that was my action move.
All right. Cauldron's dead. Deathlock's up.
Doing good.
He is gonna chill touch Oven.
Strange.
20 to hit.
Sure, that hits. Is that with disadvantage?
No, damn it. 12 to hit.
It also hits.
Okay. You're gonna take some damage. 1d8 necrotic. 7.
Okay,
Do you live?
I do.
All right.
She's still alive.
I get nervous every time I attack Oven. Okay.
And yet, you continue to do so.
But not Josh.
No favorites. The game has to. The game has to have meaning.
True.
Okay. Cool. So that's done. Huton, you're up.
For Huton.
Bring it. Stop zapping my friends that I just met today. This is a lot. I'm pretty sure I hit 21, 2, 3, 23. Yeah.
You've got him. You got him.
Sorry. That's pretty good damage too. 9, 10, 11. 11 slashing.
Okay, you chop him to little bits. As your axe comes slicing down, you catch him in the shoulder, between the neck and the shoulder, and you feel your axe just crunching through bone, even as the black force field that he mage armored himself with dissipates and breaks into pieces like glass. You feel all the bones shattering. Your axe goes through him. He collapses to the ground like Ben Kenobi, where he's just a robe now and some splintered bone. And you see, actually, right as that's happening, a zombie was inside the door behind him. And when you cut through him, the zombie collapses into a corpse.
Wouldn't the zombie have gotten hit by the radius of Avon's thing?
No, it was on the other side of the room. It wasn't in the thing.
Either way, he's dead.
Avon. We're going with Avon for tonight.
Absolutely not.
Well, the three of you are heroic heroes, and then there's the dead guy.
Hey, I loosened him up for you.
Should we try to revive him and bring him back as a souvenir?
I would much rather commit his body and soul to the queen. Also, if you could do that to the slimy thing.
The skeleton guy?
Yeah, the thing that I trapped up there with the vines.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just a guard. I don't do that.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
So he does it. He commits them.
Avon doesn't actually touch the corpse of the undead cleric or whatever it was, sorcerer. Just kind of like looks at it and says, I commit your body and soul to the queen.
when you do this, you see that some of the wounds on his body close up, but they don't close up like neatly. They kind of like, almost like Frankenstein stitches pop out of his skin, and they're made of his own sinews, and they sew shut some of the worst wounds, and then you see Carolynn draw a hacking breath. Carolynn, you saw the Raven Queen. She was disgruntled.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that she's real happy with the how. But maybe she's okay with the what.
Are you like alive? Are you
Wait, you're back again?
dead but alive? What is happening?
I would look
Back
if
head, like, I don't even know what to say now.
if I had to put a status on my relationship with life, it would be it's complicated.
It's
You're probably the only creature in existence who has died like 3 times.
Do I kill you again?
Yeah, no. Well, let's talk about that again. I don't think so. If my vote counts.
I kind of look up and around and say, I'm very confused right now. Do we or don't we like this?
No, let's stay confused together. Let's see what that thing. Oh, he did fall all the way down here. See, I knew that would work. Let's see what he's got on him, because we were supposed to get something to bring back, right?
Steve, what was that we were supposed to do?
You were supposed to discover the source of the conglomeration of undead in this area.
Found it.
Well, we did that.
Probably we found it. Maybe we should look inside this.
Yeah, I was about to say, while you're having this conversation with Carolynn, the ground starts shaking and the Tower of Stones begins collapsing straight down.
Grab the body. Grab the body.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't go in there.
Yeah.
There's no body. It's just a robe with a bunch of broken bones in it.
Yeah, I
In
did
the
a pretty
robe?
good job chopping it to bits.
So then I'm gonna run out of there.
All right,
Grab the robe with the bones in it. Carry it like a bag.
It's too late. Stones are falling.
Ugh.
Bones
I mean,
us.
if you need somebody to go in, I could. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, he'll grab the robe. Fine, he'll just grab the robe and with whatever bones come with it, so he doesn't get. I mean, is this thing falling like immediate? Like if I don't get out of there immediately, I'm gonna get hit.
Yep.
I imagine it
You're right next to the rope, so you have time to grab it and run.
Okay, I'll grab it and run then.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys journey back to the city. Carrying a robe full of bones, you are able to find a way around the swamp bridge so that you don't have to fight 2 hags. And when you return to the city gates, you come walking up, the 3 of you, with an obviously undead person with you. And before you get within 20 feet, a dozen arrows come flying off the top of the wall and all land right in Carolyn's body.
Sure.
One goes in each eye socket and one right in the middle of your chest. And he is dead again. And then
I just yell up at the guards, the queen brought that one back.
No, she didn't. And then
She sure
two guys come out, and one of them pours kerosene all over his body, and the other one just lights it, and they burn. And while he's burning, they start chopping him to pieces.
So
White Walkers.
as the arrows are coming, if I could,
Yeah.
for just a quick second, go. My middle name is Kenny.
I killed Kenny.
But
All right,
what was his last name? And
He ran out of time to say it.
when you meet the priestess Helena, she calls you back into her audience chamber and demands a report from you, and you tell her what happened. She looks over you and says, so you're telling me
There's
that
a chance.
you're
Kidding.
telling me that Caldron came back to undeath after you blessed him to the Raven
Yep.
Queen?
Yep.
Okay, so you're obviously not going. And even as she is speaking to you, a black portal opens up right where you're standing. And she goes, ah, shit, not right now. And you can't hear her anymore. You find yourself standing in the summoning chamber beneath the Council of the Returned in Lethia. And they say, oh, mistress, you're here. We have some giants for you.
Okay.
The rest of you, Albrecht and Houton, are given little medals with skulls on them and sent back to your regular jobs.
Just to let you know, I killed most of them.
I know, Houton, we were going to send you. You had clearly earned it, but we can't send more than one in the same year, and Oven already went by accident, so...
That Auburn.
She's gonna pee on everything now. Just
All right,
mark her
guys.
territory.
So now we know how it was that Oven came to be in Archonia, and how it was that Caldron came to be nowhere. Repeatedly.
Oops.
Caldron, you do meet the Raven Queen, and she looks down at you and says, hey, pretty boy's here. Are you going to go by Pretty Man now?
Hey.
All right. The Raven Queen looks down at you, Caldron, and she speaks and says, I'm sorry about that. There was a clerical error.
I'm no error.
And then she points to the milling masses of spirits behind her, gestures for you to go join them.
Yeah, I mean, I just want you to know that that was a real big inconvenience for me. Yeah, it wasn't really comfortable either. So yeah,
She reaches down, picks you up, and drops you into the mass of spirits behind her. And by the way, from where you are now, you can still see the city. It's down the hill
okay.
from you.
Okay, man, they made a mess of my body. All right.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for playing in the all Shadar-Kai one-shot.
Yeah, no problem.
Enjoyable seeing home again.
Yes. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, it was a last minute one-shot night, pretty boy. You didn't catch it because we didn't know it till the last minute. So that's why that happened.
Yeah, he built all these characters in like 15 minutes right before we started.
Yeah.
Except for mine. I just back built mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was Oven's origin story, more or less.
Props to Steve for being that flexible to just make it happen on the spot like that.
Yeah.
Group
Many
effort.
rats were killed in the making of this one shot, as per my cat-like
Yeah,
everything.
at least 2 rats.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just for you, pretty.
So, quick word to the wise, to those who love the dark arts players, Danny. When getting started in hemomancy, be gentle. Be gentle with your hemomancy.
Yeah.
At level 1.
At level 1, yeah.
Has severe consequences.
Yeah. Case in point.
All right. Okay. So this was a blast, and we finally got to know something about the Shadowfell and Oven's home, which none of our regular characters will ever know, unless Oven gets drunk and tells them. I wasn't even supposed to be here.
And that's it like cuts to like a cutscene of Ramakant and everyone else in the basement, and that's the story.
Yeah.
Of how I'm not even supposed to be here, and it was a clerical error.
All right. Okay, guys. So, yeah, we got to sign off. We'll see everyone next week. Hopefully, we will finally be back with episode 51 of the main campaign. Alan wasn't feeling well tonight, wasn't able to join us. That's why we did the one-shot. If you liked what you saw here, please follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube, and join us in our Discord. Links are below. Thank you and good night. See you in a week.
Bonsoir.
Bye.